What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day. Hope you all had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of Days Listen. I was here for this episode. I really was. I enjoyed it. I'm so happy though that this whole Sierra thing is over with. She got her memories back. Thank God. Finally, we could put this to bed. Um, I did feel bad in a way for Theo, kinda, a little bit, a smidge, not a lot. I didn't feel totally bad for him because he knew what he was getting into. He knew, even he admitted it. He knew there was a chance that her memories could come back and she could remember her relationship with Ben. So you went into this with your eyes wide open, hoping that even if she did get her memories back, he was hoping that she wouldn't care and she would still choose to be with him. But I'm like, even if she did still choose to be with you, it would have been her settling because she's not in love. She's not in love with Theo. He needs, and I'm glad, he realizes that. And she told him, she didn't really want to hurt him. And she, admitted that she felt like she used him, but he didn't see it that way. And she basically told him, like, she knows that he's going to find somebody, somebody new to love. And he's sitting there talking about, oh, I can't imagine loving anyone other than you. Sir, Theo needs to realize love does not come around just one time. You know what I mean? Love comes around way more than once. There's people out here that lost their spouses, divorced, had their spouses die, and they found new love because it comes around more than once. So he needs to stop being so down on himself and realize you're going to find a new love. And I'm glad that when, Sean took him back to Abe and stuff, Abe could have sat there and been a dick about it and said, hey, I warned you. I told you so. But he wasn't like that. He comforted his son. He consoled his son and basically told his son the same thing. You're going to find somebody, what I'm saying, that you're going to really love and they're going to love you back. And I agree. Listen to your father. You know what he's talking about. Love doesn't, like I said, doesn't come around just once. It comes around way more than that. But like I said, I'm glad this is over. Listen, that whole scene between Sierra and Ben was crazy. That looked like some softcore porn right there. The way she ripped his shirt off and she was all kissing and licking on his abs and shit. I said, hold up. This like some little porno right here. This no little PG to me, but I'm here for it. And he was all kissing on her back and stuff. I said, oh, y'all having sex. Y'all not having TV sex. Y'all having sex. I said, oh, y'all kissing body parts and shit. I said, all right. I was here for it. I really was. I was totally here for it. But I'm glad they back together though. Like I said in my previous video before, I'm like totally pissed that the writers saddled Ben with that whole serial killer gimmick. I think that's so stupid. Like, making him into a serial killer, I think, was the worst idea that they had. Because now he's stuck with that. Every time people come into town or somebody finds out what he did or whatever, you're stuck with that stigma of, oh, he's a serial killer. Oh, he's a killer. They're gonna hold that over him forever. Like, I wish that there was a way that they could kind of take that away because that's so stupid. Then on top of that, they mentioned how he has to take medication to make sure he doesn't do it again. I'm like, that sounds very ridiculous. First of all, there's no medication that can stop you from murdering people. Just who the hell came up with that? That's so stupid. But anyway, I'm glad that they cleared that whole mess up. But Sierra, of course, is not pressing charges against Ben. Obviously, she's not pressing charges against against Claire and Allie. I said it's about damn time release him. So Sean was like, he gonna drop the charges against him because Ben at first thought that they snitched on him, but Sean was like, nah, they ain't snitch on you. Claire, I respect Claire and Allie, but they stupid as hell because I would have been snitching. I would have been up in that jail telling bitch because you ain't about to have me sent up in nobody jail and I ain't about to go to nobody court. Like, fool, that's felony charges. I ain't about to, no, you ain't about to get me caught up in no felony. Absolutely not. But I respect it though, they made a pact, they stuck with it. That's loyalty. I respect it, but it wouldn't have been me. You ain't about to have me sitting up in nobody jail during the summertime. No, sir. It's too hot for all of that. Hell no. I wouldn't have been doing it. Sorry, not sorry, but it wouldn't have been me. But yeah, I'm glad that they're finally back together and whatnot, and we got closure on that. So anyway, moving on from that, Lani gets on my damn nerves. Like she really does. She is annoying the shit out of me right about now. And I feel like Eli backed her up when they were talking to Abe about Paulina and stuff. I feel like Eli backed her up because that's his wife and he don't want to go against his wife. I guess, but I feel like she's a little she's very childish. Like she comes off very bratty. It's like I mean I do understand where she's coming from with Paulina. Like you can't totally trust Paulina after that whole Price Town nonsense. I do agree. You gotta watch her because she sneaky, a little conniving. I get that. But everything else that she was talking about, I was like, yeah, no. Like she's still bitching about some little Paris trip Paulina was supposed to take her on when she was a child that she didn't get to go on. That sounds very entitled to me. Like, are you really mad about that from probably like 15, 20 years ago or whatnot? Like, you really mad about that? Because you didn't go to Paris? Hell, I ain't been to Paris either. You know how many times my little deadbeat dad called me up and said, hey, we're going to go to such and such. I'll be there at this time, whatever. And that fool ain't never come. Yeah, when I was a child, I was upset about it that day. But by the next day, I ain't give a shit. It was like, as I got older, I really didn't give a shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not mad about that. It's like, okay, you still hanging on to that. Like, let that go. I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure you can afford to go to Paris now if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure you and Eli could move the budget around in y'all household a little bit for y'all to go to Paris if you wanted. Damn, it's like, you still mad about that? Hey, she was sitting there telling Eli the whole story about her not going to Paris. And he's sitting there comforting her. And I'm like, I say, Eli, don't do it. Don't enable that bullshit. Don't do it, Eli. Don't enable her crazy. Please don't. Cause I was like, how bratty can you be? She never took me to Paris, so I'm gonna be mad about that. And she's sitting there talking about she let it go, but then after seeing Paulina again and all this stuff that's going down, it brought that old memory back. I said, really, really, Lani, stop it, stop it. Like, let that shit go. Um, she really do need to let that go. But I mean, she feels like she doesn't really know who her aunt is. She feels like everything, like Eli brought that up. He was like, yeah, but Paulina dotes on her though, and she feels like all of that is an act. I'm like, no, I don't think it's an act because for one, what does Paulina gain by pretending to like you or care about you or love you? Like, what does she get from it? You don't have anything that she would want. You know what I'm saying? Like material wise, you don't have what do you have that she would pretend to like you for? Anybody who pretends to like somebody, that's because they want something that you have. You have something that they're trying to get. You know what I'm saying? You don't have anything. So therefore, she loves you because she genuinely loves you. I just think that there's circumstances that Lani obviously does not know anything about. So anyway, moving on from that, Paulina was so rude to Mama Olivia. It is so wonderful to have Marla Gibbs on the show. I love me some Marla Gibbs. From the Jeffersons to 227 to the movie she played in. I love her. I freaking love me some Marla Gibbs. Playing Mama Olivia Price. Paulina was rude as shit when her mama came over there. She was like, "What the hell are you doing here?" She was like, "That's how you gonna greet your mom?" Because if I would have said, any one of us would have said that to our mothers, we would have got a switch put on our ass. I don't care how old you are, you would have got whooped. Don't let Miss Marla age fool you. She could still cut you a switch and tear that ass up. Better watch your mouth. Talking about what you doing here. So of course, she was surprised because she didn't even know that her mother had her address. But her mother was like, "Shit, your assistant gave me your address and she booked me a flight out here, and that's why I'm here." And Paulina was mad as shit. She was like Mary little big mouth ass. So they come in and stuff like that because Olivia is there with a purpose. Because Tamira is not happy that Paulina is in Salem. Because the rule was, I guess, whatever understanding they had was that Paulina was supposed to stay the hell away from Lani or whatever. So I'm guessing that's the reason why Paulina never took Lani on that trip, because her mama said stay away from her. She didn't want her to go for reasons. And those reasons are simply because Lani is really Paulina's daughter, not Tamira's daughter. I was like, wait a minute. Why y'all do that, writers? I really did not see the purpose of this, of making Lani Paulina's daughter. I really didn't see the purpose. 'Cause I'm like, that means that Abe is not the father then. Um, and I feel bad for Abe. You know what I mean? Because he loves Lani, believes that's his daughter. And honestly, I feel like when the truth comes out, I don't think Abe is going to look at Lani any different. I still think he's going to see her as his daughter, no matter what DNA or what, no matter nothing. Because at the end of the day, DNA, blood does not make you family or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I think he's still going to see her as the daughter. Now we need to find out who her biological daddy is and whatnot. And, Olivia, she basically was in agreement with Tammy that Paulina stay away. And Paulina was like, nah, no, because I feel like Paulina feels like it's time for her to step up to the plate and let Lani know what's the real. That, you know, that's her mama. That's her real mama. It's going to be some drama. I cannot wait until Lani finds out about this. I said, oh, shit. And she better not be no brat about it either. Because we all know how Lani can act. She can act like a fool. And I ain't got time for that. So anyway, moving on from that. So Xander basically covered up for Gwen and took the fall and basically told Jack that he was the one running drugs with Dr. Snyder, not Gwen. I mean, I understand why Xander would do that for her because he didn't want her to lose her dad, you know what I mean? But honestly, I just don't like Gwen. I don't. I don't like her. Because, and the reason I have not liked her since she popped up, because she took out all her frustrations on Abigail for no reason. Abigail was a child at the time. You know what I'm saying? She had no idea about Gwen. She had no idea her father had another child. So why are you blaming Abigail for everything? That's what I didn't like about her. So if she loses Jack's trust and love, I don't feel bad for her. Good for her. After all the shenanigans that she pulled, then on top of that, you put your miscarriage off on Abigail. Like, that pissed me off. So, of course, Xander wants to try to step in there and, take the blame so that way she doesn't lose Jack or whatever. I'm like, eventually the truth gonna come out. You can't lie but for so long, Xander. You really can't. And Xander need to get out of this whole Gwen situation and find out where the hell Sarah at. That's what he really need to be doing. And now, not only did he get kicked out of the Horton house, now on top of that, Sean done arrested his ass. I said, now you got legal troubles. Damn, you just got out of jail on bail. Now you about to go right back. Like, stay out of the penitentiary, sir. Stay out of trouble. But this whole thing about to be messy as shit. Because I hope that when the truth comes out, Jack finally kicks Gwen ass to the curb. Hopefully. I hope so at the very least. Because I can't stand a little witch. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. And I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.